Baby, you're the one for me. Baby, you were meant for me. I'm madly in love with you. Baby, you're the one for me. Baby, you were. I'm madly in love with you. Baby, one for me. Baby, you were meant for me. I'm madly in love with you. Baby, one for me. Baby, meant for me. I'm madly in love with you. Never, never let you go.
Hey guys, how are you doing? Very well. In today's video I'm gonna sweat my tits off. No, for real. In today's video I am going to do a furry friend tag or animal pet tag thing. Do people even do tag videos anymore? Like, I feel like they have died out so much over the past like 2-3 years. I mean, I've done a couple in my time here on YouTube. I feel like people don't do them anymore. Do you remember when people used to just sit down, talk about their lives, do tag videos, just talk about little things in their life, little details? But yeah, in today's video I am going to talk about my rabbit, Elmo. I'm sure if you've watched 1 or 2 of my videos, you would have heard of me telling him off for making so much noise. He is a very noisy rabbit. He demands attention at all times. No, it's not because of that. He's just a house rabbit and they make noise. But yeah, early this morning, because it wasn't as hot, I kind of followed him around my room with my gimbal. So I filmed some footage on my phone on my gimbal thing. It keeps everything steady so you guys could see him in all his glory. There's absolutely no way I could have him next to me and film, because the way I set everything up, there's wires everywhere, and even though he's like never chewed through a wire, I don't want to risk it. I don't want to like electrocute him or whatever. So I can't film and talk, unfortunately, because I have a whole setup that involves a lot of wires. But yeah, I followed him around with my phone gimbal and sort of filmed some footage and stuff. And I didn't do it for too long, so I didn't get a lot of footage. I wanted to get like a whole like feature-length film of footage, but it's just too hot and I don't want to wear him out, because he gets super excited when I'm around him, and yeah, he gets out of breath. And rabbits are like prone to heart attacks and stuff like that. Like if they get too worked up, they're kind of like a high risk animal, so to say. So yeah, I don't want to wear him out in this heat because it is hotter than hell. So let's get on with this. So I found one that has 20 questions. There is one that has 10 questions, but hi, hello, I love to talk. So I'm going to choose the one with 20 questions. I would love to know about your pets too, whether it's a rabbit, a hamster, a dog, a lizard, whatever. Tell me about your pets. I want to know their names, their ages, how cute they are. I'd love to know all of it. So let me know about your pets down below. So question number 1 is, what is your pet's name? And obviously that is Elmo. If you ever hear me say, yo Elmo, shut up, or Elmo's drinking now, or Elmo is digging now, or whatever it is he is doing, his name is Elmo. Question number 2 is, how did you come up with the name? Does it have any specific significance? Well, coming up with a name for Elmo was a process. So when I got him, I had this sheet of paper and I was putting down names, and I was getting Yasmin's help, Liam's help. I had absolutely no idea what to name him at all. I can't remember what was in that list. It was between, I think, Sasquatch, because I love that word so much. I just love the word Sasquatch, okay? So I wanted to call him Sasquatch and it would be Sas for short. Or I think Elmo, and then I think there's something maybe like Nugget or something, or Squish. Yeah, but I somehow just come out with Elmo because I thought it was like really cute, and because of like Tickle Me Elmo, and I was just like, oh, that'd be so cute because I get to tickle Elmo anytime I like pat him or whatever. So yeah, I don't know how I come up with Elmo, or how it was the deciding factor, or how I was like, okay, this is it, because honestly I spent so long deciding on names, and I think it might have been annoying Liam and Yasmin because I was just like, oh, I don't know, but he needed a name. Question number 3 is, how old is your pet? Elmo is over 4 years old now. Yeah, he's over 4 years. Question number 4 is, when did you get your pet? Well, I got him when he was a baby-ish, but it was in 2014, I believe. Yeah, I got him in 2014. Question number 5 is, what breed is your pet? I actually looked into this when I got him, and he's just, I think, just like a lop-eared rabbit, because I know you can get like dwarf rabbits and Rex and all these other types of rabbits, but I think he's just like a lop-eared rabbit. Like, I don't know if there's a specific name for him, but I'm pretty sure it's just a lop-eared rabbit. Question number 6 is, how old were you when you got your pet? I was 24, I think. Yeah, I was 24. Question number 8 is, what is your pet's favourite food? Elmo really likes kale, but kale does not like him. I used to give it to him quite a bit, but it just doesn't agree with him at all. Like, rabbits poop a lot. That's just what they're known for, they love to poop. But he was pooping a lot more, like an unhealthy amount, anytime I would give it to him. And it would be, like, rabbit's poop is meant to be like, you know, round and just like Nesquickie, so to say. But anytime he ate kale, it would be not a nice poop, so to say. I won't go into details, but yeah, he loves kale, but it doesn't love him, unfortunately. Question number 9 is, what is your pet's favourite game? Keep me awake all night? No, I mean, he's a rabbit, he doesn't really play games or anything. He does like to carry, he loves to carry things. So anytime I'd go and feed him or go and say hello or pat him on the head, he has these 2 carrots in his cage. He'll pick them up and then he'll carry them around. That's probably about as adventurous as it gets for a rabbit, to be honest with you. And sometimes he likes to chuck things, like he'll just throw them out of his mouth. So that's cute. But other than that, I don't think rabbits are game-like. Question number 10 is, what is your favourite thing to do together? Again, he's a rabbit, it's not like a dog or whatever. Yeah, he's just like, whenever he's out, like out of his cage, he will literally just chill. He'll find like a little cold spot in the room somewhere and he'll just lay there. Like, that's just it. And I guess I'll just like go lay next to him sometimes, but rabbits can be a little bit skitterish at times. Question number 11 is, do you go outdoors? If yes, where is your favourite place to go together? The answer is no. Elmo is a house rabbit. Well, he was a house rabbit, then he was an outside rabbit, now he's an house rabbit. The story is, basically, when I got him, my full intention was house rabbit. My sister kicked up a massive fuss. It was like, no, the rabbit cannot stay in this house. He needs to go outside. We can't, because I wanted him in the dining room to start off with, because I wanted him to have full reign of like downstairs type thing. Sister did not like that idea at all. My auntie got involved and my auntie was like, no, he does need to go outside. He's an outside rabbit. I was just like, what? I ended up spending a small fortune on like an outside hutch thing and then a, what do you call those things, like a run area. And he was outside for about 3 months and that like made me so nervous because like, I don't know, I'm so like overprotective of animals. But him outside just made me super nervous and I was just like, I can't deal with this. Oh look, he's drinking. Oh no, he gave up on that. So yeah, he was outside for about 3 months and then I moved my room around to get his cage, because I kept his cage, like the one that I originally bought. I got the biggest indoor cage I could possibly get. Like, this is the biggest in Pets at Home anyway. But yeah, so I kept it. I don't even know where I left it. It was floating around in my house or something, I don't know. But I moved my room around to see if I could get his cage in my room, and I could, and I was just like, okay, he's living in my room. I don't want him outside anymore, because especially in the area that I live in, so we've got like this, we call it the Downs, but it's basically like loads of hills and it's like a wooded area kind of, with loads of bushes and stuff, and it just goes on for miles and miles and miles. And we have sometimes foxes come down our roads and like in our gardens, and we have like birds of prey just squawking around sometimes. So it's not unheard of like guinea pigs or rabbits to get attacked or whatever. So yeah, I just wanted him in my room or somewhere where I could keep an eye on him a lot of the time. So now he lives in my room and he doesn't go outside. Question number 12 is, what is a bad habit that your pet has? Interrupting me while I'm filming. No, apart from that, he's a well-behaved rabbit. He's quite a curious rabbit, but he doesn't chew things, but it's worrying because rabbits are known to chew things. So I have quite a few wires behind where this camera is, and he loves to go in that corner. I guess it's because it's cool over there or whatever. He'd love to go in there, and I'm like, well, he might not even chew anything, but it's the fear of thinking like he's gonna electrocute himself, he's gonna go through my wires. Not a good idea. But he's actually never done it. I don't think he's that interested by wires, but I don't want to take the risk. So yeah, he's very curious. That can get annoying sometimes, especially when I'm like chilling out, I'm watching Gilmore Girls, and he's just running around. I have to keep getting out of bed to stop him, and then because I keep stopping him from doing something, he's like a child, he continues to try and do it, and it's just like, oh, for God's sake. So I'm like blocking everything off, and then if he gets too worked up, I'll put him back in his cage or whatever. But other than that, like, that doesn't happen that often. Other bad habits, he loves to dig. I don't know where he thinks he's going. I think he's trying to dig to China or something, but he's a digger. So he's constantly like scratching at my floor, so I'm just like, okay, thanks for that, that's great. Apart from that, he's like super well behaved. He is a lovely rabbit, he has a lovely temperament. Question number 13 is, what is the best thing about your pet has? What? That doesn't make sense. This literally says, what is the best thing about your pet has? Okay, I guess it's like, what is the best thing about your pet? I'll just say that. The best thing about him is he's adorable, firstly, you know, like, ultimately. I love rabbits, they're so cute, especially when they have long floppy ears like he does. And his like coat or his markings or whatever you call it is quite unique. He's quite a unique looking bunny. He's like white, brown, grey and spotted, and I don't know, he's adorable. He's friendly. He gets super excited when he sees me, so if I've been out for a few hours or whatever and I come back, he gets super excited and he runs around his cage. And another thing that he loves to do, which I couldn't film today, unfortunately, because again it was getting too hot and I was just like, I'm not going to make him run. But sometimes he will chase me around my room, so I'll stand at one end by my door, he will stand by my feet, and if I run over to where this camera is, he will follow me and we'll go backwards and forwards, so that's really cute. But yeah, when we first got him, he was like anti-touch, anti-pats, anti-whatever, he just didn't like it. So it took a while to get him warmed up to like me or Liam or whoever. He doesn't mind it at all now. In fact, he would sell his soul for a nose rub. He loves it. But yeah, I still can't pick him up. Well, I can for a brief second. So if he's, you know, getting into something like in the corner where all my wires are, I will like pick him up and turn him around type thing and say, hey, move. Like, and he's fine with that. But if I was to pick him up and hug him for a long period of time, he's not into it at all. And that's quite a common thing within rabbits. I mean, you're lucky if you get a rabbit that doesn't mind it at all. But yeah, he's just lovely. He is a very sweet rabbit. Question number 14. What is the naughtiest thing your pet has ever done? Oh boy. Peed on my bed. That's probably like the naughtiest thing. Like, he's peed on my floor a couple of times, but I have wooden floors, so it's not an issue at all. Just take some antibacterial wipes and, you know, wipe it up and get some tissue or whatever. It's not a big deal, and he is a rabbit, he doesn't pee that much. But recently he peed on my bed because me and Liam were clipping his nails, and he kind of just peed on my bed, so that was fun, you know, cleaning my sheets late at night. Question number 15. What is the funniest memory involving your pet? There's this one time where I was kind of chasing him around or whatever, and sometimes I'll put a towel down on the floor so he can sort of binky. What a binky is where they sort of just like jump up in the air and they kick their legs out, and he can't really do it on my wooden floor, so, you know, I sometimes let him have a good old run around and put a towel down. But there was this one time where I was kind of chasing around, I had this towel in my hand, ready to put down, and the towel was kind of just like sort of from my hand, but it was going draping onto the floor. Kind of climbed on top of it, started humping it. This was the first time I've ever seen him hump, but now it's kind of a frequent occurrence. He's just a randy rabbit, that's what they do. But yeah, he's just started humping this towel, and I didn't know what to do, so I kind of just dropped it. I was just like, oh my god. And then he started sort of like digging it under him and humping it. I was just kind of like, oh my god, like, my son is doing this. I should not witness this. This is a private moment between you and that towel. It was a moment. Question number 16. What is the best memory involving your pet? I don't know, just him being alive, I guess. Like, he's just so cute, and I don't know, it's just him in general is the best memory. I don't know. Question number 17. What is the hardest thing about being a pet owner? Hardest thing? I guess, like, there isn't really anything. Like, I don't know, having to deal with his smell sometimes, that's probably the worst bit. Like, when he pees, sometimes you can smell it, and it's just like, oh god, that's so gross. And cleaning him out in this heat as well is sweat inducing. That's about it, but like that's nothing crazy. It's not a big deal. I guess the other thing is when you go on holiday, I have to ask my sister to look after him, and I always worry that she might forget. She's never forgot, obviously, but just one of those things, like when you have to leave them for a long period of time, it's just like, oh, I miss him, you know? Question number 18, what is the most rewarding thing about being a pet owner? When he gets excited to see me, like that progression of when I first got him and he was quite a nervous rabbit and he didn't really like humans that much. I mean, he never bit me or hurt me in any way. He's just kind of shy and scared of everything. But now, like how he's progressed over time, and now he's like such a friendly rabbit and he gets super excited to see me or Yasmin or Liam. Like he is a human rabbit type thing, like he likes humans now, and I'm glad I managed to get him to that, because I kind of thought when we first got him, like, because I got a rabbit with the intention of like being able to hug him and hold him and stroke him and, you know, just be close with him. That sounds so weird, but when he wasn't like that to start off with, I was kind of like frustrated, and it was just like, but persistence is key. So if you think about getting a rabbit and they're super shy or scared, which is a common thing with rabbits because they are like prey animals, so they are scared of everything. Their natural instinct to run or avoid stuff that scares them is very, very high. Yeah, like that persistence, and not obviously I didn't pester him all the time and it wasn't like in his face. I took it, you know, day by day, which is what you've got to do, and now he loves a good old rub on the head and he's just so sweet. Question number 19. Does your pet have a nickname and what is it? His nicknames are, I don't really have like a big one for him that sticks. Fluff Butt, me and Liam call him a loaf. So he sits a certain way sometimes that makes him look like a loaf of bread, just like a big mound of fluff. So we call him a loaf sometimes, and like if he's like proper flat to the ground, so sometimes he'll full on stretch out, like his front paws are all the way out and his back paws are all the way out and he's just like a massive long bean. I'll just be like, oh, you're such a little squish, because he really just flatten all the way down to the ground. It's so cute. So like I just call him a little squish. That's about it really. Question number 20 is, have you ever taught your pet any tricks? If so, what? No. Again, he's a rabbit. Well, I mean, you can actually teach rabbit tricks and stuff, and I'm pretty sure you can do stuff like crafts. Like, you know those like obstacle courses? I think rabbits can do those. I'm not going to put him through that though. I'll just leave him be and he can just do whatever he likes. But yeah, that was the last question. Yeah, I don't think I've got anything else to say about him. If you've got any questions for Elmo at all, let me know. I will get back to you. And what else is there? I guess if you want a house rabbit like Elmo, you need a big cage. I think I read somewhere online that the rabbit needs to be able to hop at least 3 times in a cage for it to be like humane. But yeah, he's got plenty of room in that cage. He's currently just spread out widthways, which is something he doesn't normally do. He's hugging a frozen water bottle at the moment. Because it's so hot, I freeze water bottles for him, and then he lays next to them if he wants to, and then if he doesn't obviously. But his ear is resting on one right now. He's so cute. But yeah, like I was saying, rabbits are scaredy cats, and they're prone to like heart attacks and giving themselves a fright. You've got to be somewhat careful. Obviously I never make any super loud noises in my room. I guess the loudest I ever get is when I'm filming. Other than that, I'm kind of just chilling, watching Netflix. Yeah, he doesn't get scared that often. When rabbits are scared, they will stamp their back legs, which sometimes wakes me up. Like if my room is very dark or somewhat dark, sometimes like the littlest thing will set him off and he'll start stamping his back feet, which if you're like asleep or half asleep and that wakes you up, it's terrifying, because you think, oh my god, can he see a ghost or something? Like, why is he scared? Because if you look around the room, there's nothing here. So I'm just like, oh my god, he can see a ghost. Yeah, I don't know if there's any other like tips and tricks when it comes to rabbits. Just be patient with them. If they are scared, they will warm up to you eventually. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It's something a little bit different, and you guys have been dying to meet Elmo and hear me talk about him for quite some time, so I'm sorry I delayed this for so long, but again, filming him and stuff is quite hard. Anyway, I hope you guys are all doing very well, and until my next video, bye.